So a few weeks ago, I went to Ghana for my birthday, and normally when I go away, not that is that often, I like to put sort of write a list of places I want to visit. So this place number 10 was on my list because I knew they did afternoon tea, and I thought, gosh, this is such a great opportunity to experience afternoon tea in another country. The stipulations are they only do it at the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and it's only between, I think it was between 12 and 4. You have to pre-book at least 24 hours before, and you have to pay deposit as well. So yeah, that's what we did. It's a regular restaurant, so it serves other food as well. But obviously I was there for the afternoon tea. So let's start off with the actual drinking tea. So there was like, I think 4 tea bags on there. And they gave you a pot of hot water. Um, this kind of tea, what I would say is one of the main differences is that it's not really like unlimited. You don't get things unlimited. So like for example, when you have afternoon tea here, a lot of the times you can ask for more savouries. You can ask for more tea. Not really like that here. It's kind of quite set. So we had the tea. In terms of the cold drinks, so we had apple juice and orange juice. But what was weird was that they didn't give us both apple juice, both orange juice. It was like a glass of apple juice, a glass of orange, no, sorry, pineapple juice, I think it was. And it was like, me and my sister was like, okay, so what do you want? I just thought it was a little bit strange. But they also gave us a mimosa as well, each, which was really nice. Okay, so let's talk about the actual tea itself. So we had sandwiches and pastry savouries. There were what I would say would be the equivalent of scones, but they weren't really scones. And then you had cakes and biscuits. So the sandwiches, there was egg and I think it was chicken. So I could only have the egg one. The sandwiches were nice, really nice. The bread was really light and fluffy. When it came to the savouries, again, it was mainly meat, but they did have a prawn savoury pastry, which I'm not a massive fan of prawn, but I thought let me try because it's the only savoury that I can eat. And I actually really enjoyed that. So the thing about having sort of savoury pastries, though some afternoon teas here do have that, I quite like that idea. When it came to like the scones, now these aren't your typical scones that you get here. They were more kind of biscuity, but they were really, really nice. It was very, yeah, the flavour was really, really good. They were served with jam and cream. Now the cream, as you can see, was quite sort of runny. So I don't know what kind of cream it was. But I'm thinking, is this the kind of cream they have in Ghana? Because as you know, Ghana, being an African country, is hot. It's hot all the time. It's never cold. So I don't know what kind of cream that was, unless it was cream. It obviously wasn't clotted cream, so I just wonder if it was just cream that you can buy, like single cream. Anyway, it was fine, so I just poured that on it. Then in terms of sort of cakey, they had these little muffins, which they were quite nice. They were fine. Um, they also had biscuits. The biscuits were horrible. Unfortunately, they were burnt, dry. Didn't like the biscuits at all, which was, yeah, a bit of a shame with the biscuits. I didn't mention the service. The service was okay. What you'll find is when you go to Ghana, service in general is not brilliant. And you just have to kind of accept that and be patient with that. It's kind of across the board. Everything is quite relaxed and yeah, it's but this was one of the better places. There were a few places that I did eat at Ghana, and the majority of them were okay. There was one place I went to. I'm digressing. There was one place I went to, and you literally, what was quite funny is that the owner was there, and even the owner had to end up serving us because his staff were just so bad. And I'm like, imagine that you're the owner, you're there, and your staff know you're there, and they still kind of don't really care. It's just really bad. But anyway. The service here was okay. The price, I'm just going to look down because I've written it down. So the currency in Ghana is cedis. So for the whole thing, it was 758 cedis, which translates to about £51. So it was roughly just over £25 each. So that's kind of like a sort of lower end afternoon tea over here. So be the equivalent to the Brown's afternoon tea that I went to quite a while ago. But I was really excited to try it because I'm just intrigued to find out how other countries do afternoon tea. And I hope as I do a bit more traveling that I want to try and do the equivalent of afternoon tea in like every country I travel. So yeah, so that was my afternoon tea in Ghana. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to leave some links here to other afternoon teas that I've been to. Until next time, Kate lovers.